To date, U.S. forces have turned over control of some 29 military bases to the Iraqis. An Iraqi police battalion assumed control of the airport road last April, and the number of attacks has declined sharply.
Lara, today, Mr. Rumsfeld, the Secretary of Defense, made a point of saying that the road between the airport and Baghdad is now under Iraqi control. I know you were just out on that road. What is the situation there?
Well, Bob, that simply isn't true. American forces are in control of the airport road, not Iraqi forces. An Iraqi police battalion set up checkpoints along airport road in April, and they've been very effective in helping reduce attacks on airport road. But I confirmed tonight with American officials here in Baghdad, and I certainly saw for myself when I spent several weeks on that road in August and September, that American soldiers are in control. It's American Humvees patrolling 24 hours a day, and it's American firepower that makes those Iraqi police checkpoints possible on that road.
Baghdad's well-known Haifa Street has been largely peaceful under the control of an Iraqi army battalion.
And the Secretary of Defense made a point of what he called Haifa Road, which is one of the most dangerous areas, Haifa Street. He says that's under Iraqi control now. What can you report on that?
Well, American forces conducted very significant operations in Haifa Street, but it's widely acknowledged here and has even been reported publicly that a deal was made and that insurgents who were attacking on Haifa Street are now using that as a command base and attacking elsewhere in Baghdad, that they made that deal with the Iraqi authorities, and that's why Haifa Street now appears to be under the control of the Iraqi police.
Consider the progress of the Iraqi security forces over the past year. In August 2004, 5 Iraqi army battalions were effectively in the fight. Today the number is 95. And last year there were about 96,000 fully trained and equipped Iraqi security forces, and today there are over 212,000 trained and equipped security forces. In short, those who have denigrated the Iraqi security forces have been wrong. U.S. forces are in Iraq to help the Iraqis fight the terrorists there, so we don't have to fight them here in the United States. Quitting is not an exit strategy.
The Secretary of Defense made a point of saying quitting is not an exit strategy, but he also said eventually the Iraqis have to do it for themselves. Lara, how close do you think the Iraqis are to doing it for themselves?
It's quite clear on the ground here that even though the Iraqis are taking more control on a daily basis on the ground, they're nowhere near taking this over. There are huge questions about who the Iraqi police and who the Iraqi army are loyal to. They've been infiltrated by militias. They have no command control structure that could survive without the Americans. They rely heavily on American armor and American air support, and I think they're a very long way from that, Bob.